Hi everyone, how are you all? Well, I can't believe how quickly I've got through it, but the stash busting kit that I made at the beginning of the week, I've actually finished. I do have 3 pieces of paper that I haven't used in this one, so I'll add those back to my stash. I just didn't have the colour in any of my photos for these ones, and I need to print some younger photos of my great nephew off for this one, so I'm going to keep that safe. So there's the 3 full 12 by 12 sheets I've got left, and then I'll show you what I've got left of my other sheets. I've got, that was a cut apart from there, I've got that and that, and that's all I've got left, which is fab. For my one layout I also delved into my to my leftover bin, and I used some of these. I think these are Paige Evans, and I've used some of those. That was almost a full sheet, so I've used loads of those as well. And I also had this one, which is a Teresa Collins one, and I've used most of the things you can see on there have now been used as well. So I think what I'll do with these is just take them out of the cut apart sheet and add them to my die cuts, because they'll take up less room. It's so satisfying to see how much I've used. I haven't used many alphabets. I have used some of the fringe. I've used a few of these words here. I'll put the packaging in the bin now. I didn't use that. I used a couple of these, but they still lived to fight another day. I used 1 or 2 of those. As I say, I've got some alphabets that I'm going to have to go through and make words up, I think. Make up phrases, and then I'll know what I've got left. I've used quite a few enamel dots. I've used a few of my chipboard pieces. I've used a few of these. I've made a bit of a dent in this one. More of a dent in this one because it's more of a travel theme. So as you can see, I didn't touch these alphabets. I've still got quite a bit left, but I have less left than I did before. And I've used a few off there. I used quite a few of my Project Life cards, but I've still got quite a few things left. And some little embellishments. But let's show you what I've made with them. So this was my first page, and as you can see, I've used lots of the flowers. This was actually a scrap along with Mind the Scrap, with Emma from Mind the Scrap, and she designed the page and we sort of scrapped at the same time with her, and it was using flowers on a boy's page, so that went along perfectly. And I used some of my letters. I didn't have an eye, so I cut down another letter. This was actually the center of a Project Life card, so I punched that out. So there's that one. Then I did this one here. I love this butterfly paper. I think I've used that on something else as well. So you can see I've dented some of the chipboard pieces here and used one of my wooden words and some of the little wooden embellishments. Then there's another one of my little great nephew, because I did choose these colours with scrapping his photos in mind. I love this zebra one, and it's quite nice because on children's pages you can get away with a lot more. And I used one of the words there, and I used this little stars. I think I used all the stars up in the end. Then I did this one. I think this is a Paige Evans cut file. So I backed that with the different papers, and these were pretty much offcuts of what I had here. Once again, the stars, and this was off the big phrase sheet. I did this one then of my not so little nephew. This is my nephew Tom. This was him in a dressage competition where he came first. And I've layered the papers. I tore them and layered them up. I wanted to reflect like the natural colours in the background in the stables, and I used one of the Bramble Fox perspectives saying proud moment. I've used a couple of my perspectives, which is good. This is another one of my little great nephew, and these were actually on the cut apart sheet, and these that I took out of my scrap box. I tend to put leftover pattern papers into a box and I dip into those, especially when I'm making up scrap kits, and then when it gets too small I take it into school then and let the children cut them out. This one then is a photo of Izzy, and the journaling is Izzy gets quite concerned about her teddy falling off the bed. I mean, she deliberately pushes it off the bed, but she then makes a big fuss about it being on the floor. So I cut these out of the Teresa Collins papers, which are really nice. The colours went really nicely with this one. And I used some of the chipboard pieces, some stickers, and another phrase off that big sheet. Then I did this one. This was also a Teresa Collins piece of paper. That's the back of it. It's a lovely thick one, so it's great for being a background for your pages. And because last year's cruise we went to Copenhagen, Bruges, Oslo, Sweden for a week, the bicycle was the king. So no those random bicycle embellishments. I used one of those up, and also used excuse me, another Bramble Fox Perspectives up. And I used lots of these little sheets here, these little word stickers, sorry, about holidays. I tend to find a lot of the holiday sheets have got aeroplanes on and we don't fly. I mean, I would fly, but my husband won't fly. So ones like this, I've always got those sort of things left over. They don't do many cruise embellishments. And then last but not least, this one here. As you can see, I've layered it up loads. There's a bit of that zebra paper there. This one was the back of the zebra paper, the little pink, had a pink thing on the back. Some of the spotted paper. This was a Project Life card, so was this. This is a Project Life card. This then was a die cut tag. Once again, when we went to Bruges, the bicycle was king. I used this little vellum pocket at long last. The little houses then, because they fitted in with the colours of this, but also in Bruges there were lots of lovely coloured little houses. And that's that page there. And then, once again, as you can see, I layered lots of things behind. I think that's the good thing about using up your scrap kits as well, is if you layer, you use so many more papers up. So out of that kit that I created, I have made 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the good thing is, if you use your pattern paper as your foundation for your page as well, you're sort of using up your stash even quicker. So I felt really inspired by this kit. I really like the colours that I chose, and when I look through at my pages I tend to use teal quite a lot. I think that must be my go-to colour. So thanks so much for joining me. I'm so excited because next weekend I'm going on a fantastic retreat with Crop in the Country. Is their 12 by 12 by 12 weekend, which when they first started you would have everything to make 12 by 12 layouts, but I think this time we've got about 31 layouts. Not that I'll finish them all in one weekend, but I've actually packed all my stuff, all my photos are ready, so when I come back I'll share all the layouts I've made. Thank you so much for joining me. Huge welcome to all my new subscribers. If you hit the little notification bell, it'll tell you when my next video is live. Have a great week and I'll see you soon. Hwyl fawr.